Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nadira binti Muhammad Ali and I am from AS2011A. Today, I want to present the biodiversity of plants in Uitm Jengka. Last week, we students of biodiversity went to the hutan simpan Uitm Jengka to find variety of plants. There are many plants that were categorized, so let's begin our presentation here. Land plants can be informally grouped based on the presence or absence of vascular tissue. Most plants have vascular tissue. This constitutes the vascular plants. Non-vascular plants are commonly called bryophytes. Bryophytes are not a monophyletic group. Their relationship to each other and to vascular plants is unresolved. Seedless vascular plants are paraphyletic and are of the same level of biological organization. A seed is an embryo and nutrient surrounded by a protective coat. Seed plant from a clade and can be divided into further clades. Gymnosperm, the naked seed plant, including the conifer, and Angiosperm, the flowering plant. Among the bryophytes, mosses are the most common. Eggs and sperm develop in tiny, jagged cells at the shoot tip of separate genotype of the most plants. The male part is called antheridium, whereas the female part are Bryophytes, the simplest plants, are still dependent on water for fertilization and have a dominant genotype generation. For example, Bryon Argentum, common name is silvergreen Bryon moss. It is from Bryaceae family. The characteristic of this plant are the plants are small to medium, which is size 1 to 25 mm long. The stems are glaucous, smoothly cylindrical like a catkin, 1 to 25 mm tall. The leaves are crowded and tightly held to the stem, overlapping each other, broad ovate and concave and green below. For the second example, we have a Bambusa vulgaris Kwame. Family which each family name is Poaceae. Common name is Buddha's belly bamboo. The growth form is this species form open clump of weeping clump. Foliage, the leaf are linear with an acute apex. The stem is the clump, which is 12 cm wide, swell and protrude slightly at the knot, which are tightly spaced together. Today we will see about fern, the largest and the most diverse group of seedless vascular plants. Most fern saprophytes have vascularized and horizontal underground stem called rhizome. The rhizome gives rise to root and leaf. There are examples for fern, which one is Lycopodium linearis, which name fast stagnant fern. Their family is Glacinaceae. The characteristic of this plant is this rhizomatous fern spread via climbing, spreading along the ground and climbing on other vegetation, often forming thicket, 3 meter deep or more. For the second example, we have Palhinhe kuna, which name Stinghorn club moss. The characteristic of this is growth form. They have theoretical club moss, a prehistoric fern alley alveoli located between fern and mosses. Before flowering plant appear on earth up to 1 meter. Gymnosperm sporophyte stages are conspicuous trees and shrubs. Unlike seeds of flowering plant, which are enclosed inside a chamber called ovary, the seeds of gymnosperm are unprotected. They are not protected within ovaries. The gymnosperm consists of 4 phyla. But in Uitm Jengka, there are only 2 available phyla, which one is C. Psychodophyta and the last one is Coniferophyta. There are 2 examples to show gymnosperm plant. The first one is Acordia heterophylla, which name Norfolk Island pine. They are in the Araucariaceae family. Coniferous tree, they are 50 to 70 meter in height. The second one is Cupressus lusitanica, which name Arizona cypress. They are in Cupressa fam. Trees are 25 to 30 meter tall, crown broadly pyramidal in older tree, broad with pendulous branches, bark thick, reddish brown with longitudinal fissures. Angiosperm are spike-bearing and flowering plant. Flowers are specialized reproductive structure gametophyte. Of all the divisions of plants, Angiosperm is the most successful and the most diverse. Most flowering plants cohabit with pollinators such as insects, bats, and birds. But for today, we would like to focus more on monocot and dicot group major. During expediture, we found two monocot types. Which first one is mangrove fan palm, which scientific name is Eucalyptus spinosa. Arikake is their family name. The characteristic is costapalmate leaf with a stiff, circular leaf blade, multi-rayed segment, forming a broken circle, skirt of ends. The petals are basically armed with spine. Second plant, which is all palm, with the scientific name Elis guineensis. They are in a palm family which are arcade. The characteristic is the all palm bear as a single stem and reach about 20 meters in height. It has many tiny flowers crowded on short branches that develop into a large cluster of oval fruits, some 4 centimeters long. And so for the last type, we have Bambusa vulgaris wamin, with family name is Poaceae graminae. Their common name is Buddha's belly bamboo. The category for this plant, the growth form, it has this species form open clump of weeping gum. Leaves are linear with an acute apex. The first example of dicot plant is a Melastoma malabatricum. The family name is Melastomatica, and the common name of this dicot plant is common sedodo. Flower up to 8 cm wide with petals that are light to dark magenta pink or occasional white. The second example for dicot plant is Meconia crenata. They have a Melastomatica as a family name, and their common name is Costuscus. Small white flowers are composed of 5 petals with rounded to truncate tips. The sepals are fused at the base and covered with long white hair. And the last example for this plant is Indian Acalypha with their Acalypha indica. The family name is Euphorbiaceae, and the characteristic is the leaves often apically cluster into flat rosette. Flowers are stalkless, borne on erect axillary spike longer than leaf. From this presentation, we can conclude that members of kingdom Plantae are unique because they can manufacture their food, thus they are arthropod. Plantae is quite important since it serves as a source of food for other organisms. That's all for me. Thank you.